In 1952, Turing was tried for a sexual relationship which had been discovered when he made a straightforward statement about his sexuality in connection with the theft of money from his home. He was willing to take it to trial to promote the cause of decriminalizing homosexuality, but eventually he pleaded guilty, which saved his mother from having to face the truth through a trial. He was offered the option of being treated with female hormones rather than go to jail, which treatment he accepted. Turing wrote to his friend Norman Rutledge, whom he had met at King's after the war, about getting into the kind of trouble that he had always considered to be quite a possibility, and about which he promises to write a short story one day. I'll tell you in a minute about the short story he left unfinished at his death. It was to Rutledge that Turing wrote the famous syllogism, "Turing believes machines think. Turing lies with men. Therefore machines do not think." Turing also wrote, frankly, to Nick Furbank, who was Turing's friend and executor, and curiously was Ian Forster's friend and authorized biographer. Furbank held on to these letters until he died in 2014, and then they came to King's. Turing writes here about having his estrogen capsules removed, about going to the continent where homosexual activity was tolerated, and about subjecting his mother to a good deal of sexual enlightenment, and she seems to have stood up to it very well. Back when Sarah was asking Alan's friends for their memories, a fellow Kingsman called Hugh Alexander, who also knew Alan at Bletchley, wrote back to her. She censored it, disingenuously hinting at the Official Secrets Act. In 2020, the letter was subjected to multispectral imaging at the UL, and we can now recover almost everything he wrote. It confirms what was heretofore only suspected, that rightly or wrongly, he himself did not think he had done wrong, and, that being so, he would rather have been imprisoned than admit to it. Probably while undergoing therapy in the 1950s, Turing began a semi-autobiographical short story called Price's Boy. The story is about an interplanetary travel scientist called Alec Price. Alan shared a love of astronomy with Christopher Morcom. Just as Alan had eponymous tests and machines, Alec comes up with the idea for an interplanetary beacon, which is now commonly known as Price's Boy. Alec always felt a glow of pride when that phrase was used. The rather obvious double entendre rather pleased him too. He always liked to parade his homosexuality. The love interest in Price's Boy is called Ronald Miller, not a million miles from Arnold Murray, the other party involved when Alan was prosecuted for homosexuality. On the 8th of June 1954, Turing was discovered dead by his housekeeper. This excerpt from the responding sergeant's deposition, taken for the inquest, describes the deathbed scene. Turing was lying on a single bed, on his back, in practically a normal position, dressed in pajamas. I noticed a white frothy liquid about the mouth towards the left side and cheek. Alan had been conducting an experiment with potassium cyanide, and he died of cyanide ingestion. His mother wrote, on this spoon that she removed from his house, "It seems quite probable he was intending to gold plate a silver spoon, using cyanide of potassium of his own manufacture." She was unconvinced that he had committed suicide, considering his death a tragic accident. Though most people now disagree with her, the verdict of the inquest was not entirely conclusive. Death through cyanide poisoning. One can only speculate what Alan Turing might have achieved in the fields of artificial intelligence, computer science, mathematics, and even biology, had he not died just before his 42nd birthday. The nation he served so ably at the Government Code and Cipher School has not forgotten him. He was made OBE at the end of the war, he was granted a posthumous pardon in 2013, and now he is honored with a banknote. Not only one of King's College greats, he is one of the world's most beloved and respected minds.